The CIA led several detainees to believe they would never be allowed to leave CIA custody alive, suggesting to Abu Zubaydah that he would only leave in a coffin-shaped box.
Some of the material released in the CIA torture report is gruesome indeed, but what many are missing is this. This happened in a time of war, when America was under attack. Mistakes were made. And why has this been dredged up at this specific time begs the question of nothing more than a political attack. From the inside of the CIA, how it worked and what is in that report, we turn to veteran CIA analyst Lisa Ruth, who joins us in studio. Lisa, have you had a chance yet to go through? I know there's a lot of pages here. We're talking almost 500 pages. But have you at least had a chance to go through most of it?
I've read through it once, and as you say, a lot of it is you have to go back and continue to digest what's there and think about what it says.
Somebody is lying. Let's get right to the bottom end. Either the Senate, the House Intelligence Committee is lying by saying that this was an agency out of control, or former CIA directors are lying when they say we were there at every step. The American people want to know, who are we to believe and how do we disseminate the truth here?
And let me tell you, from the intelligence community perspective, there's a lot of frustration here, and it stems from two things. One is the fact that this is a very biased report, at least one-sided. And when you say the Senate Intelligence Committee, keep in mind this is the Democrats only. Not only that, $40 million and 5 years later, no CIA people were interviewed for the report. That sets up a situation where perhaps there's things that are not accurate. And on top of that, the CIA, except for Mr. Snowden, but you know, we took this oath. We can't get out there and say, no, this is not what happened. Let me tell you exactly what happened. This is causing a lot of frustration internally. There is absolutely a sense in the intelligence community, and I've been talking on the phone for hours with people across the board. This is not fair, this is not accurate, and it's incredibly misleading.
Here's what some people are saying now, and I have to go back to a movie line I heard one time when it came down, and I'm going to say it came from the movie Aliens, where they were all told to take the bullets out of their gun, and the guy says, what are we supposed to use? Harsh language? And I mean, and this comes down to this. These were people who attacked America, who killed Americans, who were looking to do everything they can to butcher Americans. Sometimes, and I think the people in the CIA don't even want to say this sometimes. Sometimes you have to go over the edge a little bit because you've got to protect the country.
And you're right. You know, there is still a lot of discomfort. As you said, when I read the report, there's things.
It's gruesome.
It is. The brutality is awful. I will say that. You know, I also, though, Rizzo, the attorney for the CIA, and he has said repeatedly when the line was crossed, and he has admitted the line was crossed sometimes. He went to the Justice Department and reported it. This is not something that was condoned. At the same time, you're right, there are tactics in war. You and I have talked about the ugliness of war before. You know, it's something I wish would never happen. I absolutely wish would never happen. But we are talking about something that did result in intelligence, which is the other part of this. You know, was there information that came out of it? I will tell you across the board, 100% there was. Maybe there were other ways to get it, you know, but that's impossible. How do you second guess that?
Is it also fair to say that we are hearing from a number of the lawmakers that they didn't know? Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the House and the Senate, the lawmakers that are involved, weren't they brought in and told back in the early 2000s? Why did they not ask questions? If they were so uncomfortable, why did they not say at that moment, wait, we need to stop? We don't hear any of that. They all seem to be basically washing their hands and saying, we didn't know.
And repeatedly, you know, you can look back, there are, again, documented instances of CIA leaders going to the Hill, going to the White House, repeatedly briefing them. And again, back to the the CIA attorney's book, his memoirs, it's in there, all the times he went to the Hill and talked to them. They did know. You know, now memories seem to get very
Memories are
dim.
fading very conveniently.
Yes.
Here is where we're at this point.
Absolutely, but there are records of this. This did happen, this did exist.
30 seconds. So where do we go from here? That's the question now.
And when I said the intelligence community, the real concern here, aside from everything else, is how this is going to impact our ability to do operations. There are tensions now that are unnecessary between the House and the CIA, between the Congress and the CIA, and the ability to work in the field is severely compromised.
Do we get to the point now where this is going to cost us intelligence, and this could very easily cost lives down the road because we won't be able to find out?
Absolutely. I will say absolutely yes. You know, how do you quantify it? I don't know, but the concern across the board in the intelligence community is yes.
Gun shy is what everybody is right
Absolutely.
now. That's the best way to put it for the members of the CIA.
Absolutely.
All right, Lisa, Ruth, thanks so much for coming in today. I'm sure we'll continue to talk about this. Break, and we're back with the other side of an interesting Tuesday inside the Beltway. Jonathan Gruber is grilled, but what, if anything, did we really learn? What's new? And at 51 minutes after the hour, more about the Tuesday trifecta and what America needs to learn from it. 3 things in D.C. on Tuesday. We'll talk about that and more right here on MidPoint.